the tube. Yeah, I tried to do part 2 of the video straight after part 1. I fell asleep. Keep this in mind, it was like practically 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I finished the video. And, well, part 1's video. I was too tired. I was like, you know what? I'm starting to fall asleep now. So, yeah, not happening. So here's part 2 of Supergirl Season 2, Episode 1, titled The Adventures of Supergirl. I left off describing Lena Luthor. There's like 2 different people that went by the name Lena Luthor. Pre-crisis, there was Lex Luthor's sister, and post-crisis, apparently Luthor had a child with this one lady named Contessa, and they had a daughter, and Lex named the daughter after his sister, who apparently got killed by their foster father. So there's 2 people named Lena, one being Lex's sister and another one being his daughter, who he named after his sister, and the daughter ended up being controlled by Brainiac 13 in the comics. So, but judging by this one, in this particular show, this Lena Luthor is in fact the sister of Lex. And we also find out that, hang on. Sorry, I said this in so many videos already, like, not even this one or the recent ones. I said this in so many videos. My house is old, and so it makes creaky little noises, and it creeps me out so bad. So, if I pause again, that's most likely because I hear another little creepy sound. But anyway, judging by this particular episode, this Lena Luthor is in fact the sister of Lex. In fact, Clark and Kara, I call her. Remember, she's called Kara by Cat, which is pretty funny. But, Kara and, Clark, you know, they interview her at the company at, Luthor Corp, because she apparently now is the new CEO of Luthor Corp. But the funny thing is, the fact that they named it Luthor Corp, because in the comics, everyone knows that Lex's company is called Lex Corp. So the fact that it's called Luthor Corp kind of freaks me out just a little bit. Hang on, let me see what's happening here. Yeah, see? I even clicked it and it went straight to Lex Corp. So the fact that it's called Luthor Corp here in this episode is kind of interesting. But anyway, I'll get back to it later. Lena is the new CEO of Luthor Corp, aka Lex Corp, right? Apparently after Lex was convicted, because remember, Kara in the episode actually mentions, you know, she actually congratulates Clark on, you know, putting Lex away in jail. And so, she says she wants, you know, Clark obviously doesn't trust a Luthor, right? Because of Lex. And Lena even said, you know, I'm not my brother. I'm adopted, by the way. Yeah, she mentions that she's not the biological sister to Lex Luthor, that she's actually adopted. And that, she's always admired her brother, but when he, apparently, according to her, when he got convicted and did all these bad things, she wanted to be different from him, right? She wanted not only to be different so she could differentiate from under Lex's shadow and, like, all the bad things, she wanted to also change Luthor Corp as well. So, you know, she wanted to rename Luthor Corp to L Corp. Which is kind of dumb considering, you know, Lex Luthor, LL, but then again, her name also starts with an L, so I guess you could kind of call it L Corp so no one could really say, oh, it's Luthor, Lex Corp, and all that good stuff. But anyway, there's this one moment where she's getting on a what you call it? The DEO. I'm not sure if it's a DEO, but I know Superman and Supergirl figure out that the main target for, remember how the Venture was, you know, the engine exploded and she was gonna, like, the thing was gonna, like, explode, if not Superman and Supergirl, right? Turns out, like, when they found out that Lena Luthor was invited to be on the Venture, and at the time when it exploded and everything, they also found out that explosion was actually intended for Lena Luthor, because they followed the explosion, and it was actually right, I think, directly underneath the seat that Lena Luthor was actually going to sit in, but she didn't show up. So they found out that Lena Luthor, or Luthor in general, was not the cause of the accident. Lena Luthor was actually the intended target of the explosion. And hang on for a sec. Sorry about that. I thought I heard something again. But anyway, so we found out that Lena Luthor was actually the intended target when the Venture, had that explosion, right? So she has another attempt on her life when she's apparently going on a helicopter, from what I remember. She was on her way on a helicopter, and all of a sudden there's this, little drone, flying up there, shooting at it, right? Shooting at her. And apparently this drone is owned by an assassin named John Corbin. I didn't get a chance to look him up. I probably will look him up some other time. But yeah, he sends a drone to try to kill Lena, and apparently, he's the one, he was hired to kill Lena Luthor for some gosh-forsaken reason. Why? But, Superman and Supergirl managed to save Lena Luthor, but at the same time, this assassin, John Corbin, not only has a drone aimed at Lena Luthor, the pilot, and the helicopter, but has several other drones roaming around National City, right? So we got Supergirl trying to save Lena Luthor and the helicopter while she tells Superman to get the rest of the drones. They managed to accomplish that, amazingly enough. Unfortunately, I think the pilot, Lena Luthor's little pilot guy that was with her in the helicopter, I think he got shot, which sucks for him, unfortunately. But it doesn't end there, because apparently Lena has this ceremony to a ceremony for her rename of the company. And again, the assassin, John Corbin, comes out of nowhere again. But this time, not only we got Superman and Supergirl, we got DEO, like Alex and them, they are there. And so, Alex is pretty much taking on John Corbin, while Superman and Supergirl have to pretty much help with Luthor Corp's building, because during the attack, because apparently John Corbin found the weak spot to Luthor Corp's building and made it explode, making the building kind of fall apart, right? And so, you got Superman and Supergirl trying to hold that poor thing up while, Alex is taking out John Corbin. They manage to... Clark holds up the building, Kara manages to repair the weak spot that exploded, and Alex manages to beat the heck out of Corbin. And, unfortunately, Corbin does get the best of Alex, and at the same time, he actually reveals that he's working for Lex. But just before he could actually, seriously hurt Alex, he's shot by Lena in the back. So Lena shows up and, takes her just you know what? You've been targeting me? Bam! Right in the back, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not all the way convinced that Lena's not involved somehow with Lex. Because, judging by what Lena said, she said she was kind of close to her brother, and I know in this story, they're apparently adopted siblings, but you never know. Their bond could be like this still, so I'm still wary of Lena Luthor, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for now, especially since, she kind of saved Alex, you know what I mean, from John Corbin. She shot him to save Alex, which I think is pretty cool, but I'm still going to be wary of her. I'll trust her for now. But anyway, we also in this episode get this interesting moment between Kara and Kat, where Kat's asking, what job do you want now that you're no longer my assistant, right? And for a while, Kara's like, oh, I took this test online, and it said I should be in, marketing, and, Kat's all disappointed. It's like, no, you need to figure out what you need to be. It's kind of like how Supergirl, she didn't have to, save people, but she felt that she should, and she wants the same thing with, Kara, you know what I mean? What does she want to be? And toward the end, I thought it was cool because Kara said she wanted to be a reporter for Catco. And the cool thing I thought about this was the fact that what Kat did after Kara chose to be a reporter and her reasons for it. Hang on for a sec. Oh, where was I? Sorry, I'm also watching TV at the same time, and I just saw one heck of an explosion on TV. I was like, whoa! Oh! Anyway. Like I said, I'm very wary of Lena. Just like Clark, I'm kind of wary about anyone named Luthor, whether she's adopted or not. But I'll give her the benefit of the doubt only because she shot the assassin John Corbin to protect Alex. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, going back to where I left off, Kara chose to be a reporter for Catco as her job. And the cool thing what I thought was the fact that what Cat did after she announced that was that she took out Kara's resume that Kara gave to Cat when she first, applied for a job there. And she literally wrote down in big bold letters, reporter. And according to Kat, the moment she met Kara and got this resume, Kat believed that Kara should be a reporter. That's why she wrote it down, put it in that envelope, and put it in her desk, and waited for that day when Kara would actually become a reporter. And I thought that was a really cool thing. I love their somewhat like a sisterly bond. I really enjoy that. And the fact that Kat believed in Kara so much that the moment she met her, she believed Kara to be a reporter. I thought that was pretty cool. I like Kat for that. I didn't like Kat in the beginning mainly because bitch, especially to Kara. She was kind of a nutcase in a way. She's kind of like, have you seen that movie Devil Wears Prada? She kind of reminds me of that. But I thought that was really cool. But what really broke my heart was the fact that Kara and James decided to keep their relationship at friend status. They pretty much ended their relationship before it even really truly flourished, which made me cry. I'm like, I really thought they were gonna be like something. I mean, they had this whole thing with, Carl having feelings for James, James having Lucy. They went through a little roller coaster together in this first season. I was kind of hoping that at least, casually date, you know what I mean? Not, completely break it off completely and just be friends. It's like, come on! You went through so much in season 1. But anyway, what can I say? A lot of the other shows, not all the relationships started off right away, right? It took more than 2 seasons. I mean, look at The Flash, for Christ's sake. They're on season 3 right now, and we're still, with Barry and Iris, you know what I mean? And it took, what's this? From Arrow, Oliver and Felicity, it took them forever, too, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's just season 2 for now, so hopefully. Anyway, also, I thought this was cool. Win gets formally hired to work with the DEO, which I thought was pretty cool. So he gets to work with Kara in, her superhero job, which is at the DEO, which I thought was pretty cool. And we also find out why Jean, Martian Manhunter, and Superman don't get along is because Jean told Alex that he was the one who found kryptonite and decided to keep it, despite the fact that Clark said, please destroy it. It could kill me, it could kill Kara, it could kill just us. Hang on for a sec. I better hurry up because I'm at 13 minutes. Like I said, Jean reveals the reason why Clark doesn't like him is because Jean found kryptonite, and instead of destroying it like Clark wanted him to, he kept it against his wishes. But anyway, remember when the assassin John Corbin got shot by Lena Luthor? He apparently died, but apparently someone revived Corbin. This unnamed woman actually revives Corbin. And turns out that they are actually at Project Cadmus. So this unnamed woman works at Project Cadmus, stole Corbin's body, revived him, and turned him into a meta-human as the one we all know as Metallo, whatever. But everyone knows him as the Cyborg in the comics with a kryptonite power source, which he pretty much uses as a weapon against Superman. He's a very well-known Superman villain. But here, he is a meta-human. We all know him in the comics as a cyborg, so I'm actually curious on, what they're gonna do with that. But it is, in fact, in the comics, John Corbin, who was Metallo. So I can't wait to see more of Metallo, you guys, because this is gonna be really cool to see. But anyway, bravo! That was an amazing episode 1 for Supergirl Season 2. I loved it. It was pretty cool. We got to see more of Project Cadmus. We got to see Metallo. We got to meet Lena Luthor, adopted sister of Lex. We got to see Superman and Supergirl work together. More coolness with Kat. It's just, I love it. And I can't wait to see more of it. And also, I'm actually very curious about the young man they found in the pod in the Kryptonian pod. Because remember, if you guys remember who he's casted as, you will know who he's supposed to be. So I can't wait to see more of him. But anyway, this is my reaction back to Supergirl Season 2, Episode 1, Part 2, The Adventures of Supergirl. Bye.